Today's episode is a little bit different than it used to be. I have this so-called show every week. Every week on Wednesday and every week on Sunday. Sunday is usually Star Trek related. Now, Wednesday is more of a geeky, so everything what I actually have in my mind. About Ghostbusters, Doctor Who, Stargate, Star Trek, whatever comes to my mind, even personal stuff sometimes. It goes to the Wonder Wednesday blog. But now, as long as I've got this, and I never saw this series. This is actually an undiscovered country for me. 22 episodes in the original Star Trek the animated series. So every week I'll do a review in one episode. Don't think about something really professional, because I'm just gonna say what actually I saw in the movie, in the episode, and I'm gonna say I'm gonna just talk about the episode, what I liked, what I disliked, and I'll try to give a rating as well. So I'm gonna watch the first episode today, which is the Beyond the Farthest Star. So let's get into it. So in this episode, the Enterprise basically start charting, and they are sent off to the Farthest Star, quest star M17, and just start charting. But then something happens in the ship. A hypergravity field grabs the Enterprise and pulling toward to a dead star. So they manage to get around orbit to this dead star, which is it was a quite risky maneuver. But they discover a different ship nearby, built 300 billion years ago. So it's quite an ancient civilization. The ship was dead, and they found out there's nothing actually, but they beamed over to investigate. Funny enough, I noticed they didn't even wear any spacesuit. I mean, this is still the 23rd century Kirk Enterprise, and instead of a spacesuit, they had life support belts. And they beamed aboard the starship, but actually aboard the starship it was outside. So maybe it was a budget cut, I don't know, but because it was actually easier to draw a yellow shieldy thing around the characters. So they went up to this ship. So they find out this is sort of an insectoid race built this ship. Funny thing is, 300 billion years, and the ship started to get alive because the ship was draining actually energy from Kirk, Spock, and Scotty and McCoy. There's this mysterious creature, which is like an energy creature, was floating around the ship. I suppose wasn't really explained. So 25 minutes episode. So it was floating around, and apparently the area, this control room, when they actually went in, just blew up. The Enterprise beamed them back aboard. So this green energy field creature managed to actually beam on board to the Enterprise with the crew, and it's an interesting thing. It took over the ship. Of course, the entity wanted to Kirk and Spock and everyone to obey him. They set a course towards to this planet, to this dead planet, and the entity got scared, so actually left the ship. Actually, it transferred himself around the dead star, and the entity was just so pathetic at the end. I'm lonely. Kirk got hit by a phaser beam at least twice in this episode, and Bones was in the bridge, but he didn't even say, it's like, oh, Jim, you have to come to the sick bay. It's like, he was just sitting down in the captain's chair and kind of tired and just... It's a 25 minutes episode only, but what happened is, after this scene, we are continue our mission to the quest star M17. Our mission? Star charting. Alright. The episode ended up quite quickly. Of course, it's a 25-minute episode. It was quite interesting to see actually a new episode from the Enterprise. I've never seen this series, so actually I'm quite interested to watch. And I'm not a critic, so I'm not gonna judge the episode. Although there was a couple of things what I've noticed. James Doohan gave voices for different characters. He played Scotty, and he was the voice of Mr. Kyle, the transporter chief. He actually mysteriously looked like Mr. Scott with a mustache. Of course, Scotty didn't have a mustache in this episode. So the other thing is this life support belt that I really got interested about, and still trying to think why we didn't see this life support belt in the other series. I mean, we saw it, but I wasn't really expecting anything like that as a life support belt. Like literally, you're getting a personal shield. So if you're getting a personal shield and it's called life support belt, why do you need spacesuit? If you know the answer, please let me know in the comment section below. The other thing is how easily they decided to destroy the ship. Cody even says like, oh yeah, of course, Captain, I'll go down and I'll set the core, you know, for overloading if it's necessary. It's like there's no even thinking or trying to save the ship and save the crew or something. Just like, oh yeah, whatever. If something will happen, we'll just blow up the ship. But I don't think this. I don't think that's the answer for this situation. So in the following 21 weeks, every Wednesday, there's gonna be one episode review by me, kind of casual style. So I'm not a professional. This is maybe in the end I will, you know, get more professional. But animated series, the original Star Trek animated series, 22 episodes. This was the first one, the Beyond the Farthest Star, and if I had to score the episode, I would say I would give at least 8 out of 10. It was new. There are a couple of things that I wasn't really happy. Well, not happy, but I didn't really understand why. Getting up easily on the ship, on the Enterprise, plus the life support belt. I mean, it was just too easy and too obvious, and moving into space with a life support belt instead of having a spacesuit. But maybe that was just a budget cut. I don't know. But if you do, please let me know in the comment section below. I'm genuinely asking you. So yeah, that was it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Let me know in the comment section below if you did. Let me know what can I actually improve. How should I improve this episode review? I really want to do this, and I'm going to do this, so it's definitely gonna happen. But I'm really looking forward to watch all the remaining episodes. It's a 4-disc version. What I actually bought in the last Star Trek convention. So I'm really looking forward to watch all of the episodes. This is really a new discovery, an undiscovered country for me. So I'm looking forward to watch all the episodes, and I'm looking forward to the discussion with you guys. So after my review, feel free to comment anything what you liked about this episode. If you like the episode or the actual episode, not just, you know, my nonsensical talk about. So yeah, that was it. Thank you very much for watching, and as usual, check out my weblog. I try to do every week at least one or two publication, and I have a really good Instagram account, so really check it out. There's lots of pictures already from previous conventions, and even some nonsense project what I actually do every now and then. So maybe you will find something what you like. Till the next video, thank you very much for watching, and live long and prosper. Gene had a vision about future. Gene had a vision about humanity, and what he thought, humans, we will all unite under one flag, and we will just work towards our way as humanity to reach out of the stars and reach out of the galaxies and meeting new life forms. But I always thought, and I totally agree with Gene in this case, because he said once, while we have differences in this globe, we have wars, we have racism, we have political issues, or even with money, because humans are not really good managing money. So as long as we have these differences and these difficulties what we face in every day and every life, and I think we should work on those first.